We are on the scene, the massacre here in Las Vegas, the deadliest mass shooting in modern American history. The gunman firing down at thousands who were gathered at an outdoor concert from his hotel room on the 32nd floor. The crowd erupting into mass panic. Some diving for cover, others running for their lives. And tonight, the staggering new toll. At least 59 killed, more than 500 wounded. And tonight, right here, the audio as SWAT teams move in, surrounding the suspect's hotel door.
Breach, breach, breach.
Police discovering an arsenal of weapons, the shooter taking his own life. A 64-year-old living in a retirement community outside Las Vegas. You will hear from his family right here this evening. A brother in disbelief. Also tonight, hospitals overwhelmed with the injured, hundreds of them. At one hospital, more than a dozen dying after arriving in the ER. Others in critical condition. Hundreds of people lining up for blocks to donate blood tonight. And the faces of the victims beginning to emerge. President Trump and the First Lady with a moment of silence outside the White House after calling it an act of evil. World News Tonight begins now.
This is a special edition of World News Tonight with David Muir. Massacre in Las Vegas.
And good evening from Las Vegas, and we are here at the scene of the worst mass shooting in American history. A lone gunman from a 32nd floor hotel window shooting at thousands of helpless concertgoers below. On stage, country music star Jason Aldean. The music suddenly mixing with the sound of bullets. Terrified people on the ground during the rounds of relentless gunfire. They were huddling, and then the pause. They would run for their lives before witnesses say the gunfire would then begin again. Police and first responders rushing in, and in minutes, SWAT teams reaching that hotel room in that building right here behind me. And tonight, the horrific toll now emerging. Just a short time ago, they revealed at least 59 now killed, more than 500 injured. What they've now discovered in the suspect's home, his family, you'll hear from them tonight, and the faces of the victims. But first, what began to play out shortly after 10 p.m. local time right here in Las Vegas. ABC senior national correspondent Matt Gutman leading us off.
The chaos unfolding in the heart of the Las Vegas Strip. 10:08 p.m., 22,000 country music fans packed in, enjoying the Route 91 Harvest Festival. But high above them on the 32nd floor of the glittering Mandalay Bay Resort, police say 64-year-old Stephen Paddock was watching. They say he hammered through the hotel's thick windows and started firing on the crowd below. Country star Jason Aldean was on stage, with automatic gunfire quickly drowning out his voice. The music stops and he runs off stage. The audience huddling on the ground, the Mandalay looming over them. For so many, confusion. Was this part of the show?
That's just a firecracker.
I know, but why would you do that?
Seconds later, the rapid-fire shooting starts again. Terrified people pile on top of each other, sheltering behind anything they could. But they were in an open field, easy targets for the gunmen in the tower.
I don't know where to go. Oh my God.
Thousands looking for safety anywhere, even a stranger's car.
Relax, relax.
My husband and I ran out toward our car, and there were people hiding underneath my car for cover.
It was early this morning we found Mike Kronk, head in hands, still stained with his friend's blood.
Got hit 3 times.
Mike had used his shirt to keep his friend from bleeding out.
You guys are trying to do triage while the shooting is still going on.
Yeah, everybody was jumping over the fences and stuff, but I mean, there's no way I'm going to leave my buddy, you know. We had to keep compression on this thing. And so once we weren't even sure if the shooting would stop, we got him over the fence and under the stage, so at least we knew we were safe.
As an army of police descended high above the panicked crowds, SWAT teams are closing in on the shooter. They approach his hotel door, armed with an explosive.
Everyone in the hallway needs to move back. All units move back.
Breach, breach, breach.
Police say they found Paddock dead inside. He had killed himself.
Right now, we need your truck.
We just need to get people over to the hospital, okay?
Down on the ground, the sidewalk, now a triage center. The wounded carried on barricades turned into stretchers, even in wheelbarrows.
We just saw a bunch of people that needed help, so we just started piling them in the truck.
The entire Vegas Strip frozen, total lockdown. The American playground, now a killing field.
And Matt Gutman joins us tonight right here in Las Vegas. And Matt, police still pouring over this crime scene. And I know they've told you this is going to be an incredibly complex investigation at each of these scenes.
That's right, David, because there are multiple scenes covering several city blocks, and of course there are those hundreds of victims. But perhaps what's most striking about this shooting is the distance between where that sniper was perched in the 32nd story of the Mandalay and that concert below. You can see about 40 yards away from where I'm standing. Those bullets had to travel well over 300 yards to hit their victims at the concert. David.
All right, Matt Gutman leading us off tonight. Matt, who has been here since the early morning hours, thank you. And next here tonight, a chilling look inside the attack. From the first responders and police on the scene tonight, we are now hearing the radio calls that they made for help and their tense conversations when they went to take the gunman down in that hotel hallway and they approached that door. Here's ABC's chief national correspondent Tom Llamas, also here in Nevada tonight.
Shots fired from Mandalay Bay. There's many people down.
As bullets rain down on concert goers like hellfire, Las Vegas SWAT teams jumped into action to take down the shooter.
790 right. I'm going to form a strike team, Mandalay Bay and the Boulevard. I need 5 officers on me.
Heavily armed officers moving up the massive glass tower.
Control Zebra 20, we are at the end of the hall. We are going to be peeking out into the hallway. Those officers that are down the hall, you need to acknowledge so we don't have a crossfire.
Careful of friendly fire, SWAT members advance.
I have the hallway of the suspect's room on the 32nd floor.
And right before they storm Paddock's room, this warning, just in case they're walking into an ambush.
Sit on the suspect's door. I need everybody in that hallway to be aware of it and get back. We need to pop this and see if we get any type of response from this guy to see if he's in here or if he's actually moved out somewhere else.
Breach, breach, breach.
After that explosion, officers move in.
We are clearing this room. We have one suspect down.
Is that room 135?
That's affirmative. One suspect down in 135. I have the floor.
And as they discover Paddock's body, they also find his arsenal.
We've got these 2 rooms secure. We've got one suspect down, multiple firearms. This is definitely the time for the firing into the crowd.
Just incredible work from those SWAT teams overnight. Tom Llamas also joins us live tonight here in Las Vegas. And Tom, we're now learning more about how police tracked down this gunman, possibly from a smoke alarm.
That's right, David. You can see the Mandalay Bay Hotel just behind me. It's such a massive hotel, more than 3,300 rooms. And we're told one of the ways police were able to locate the shooter was because all that gunfire set off a smoke alarm, and then the police were able to locate the killer inside that room. David?
Tom Llamas with us tonight. Tom, thank you so much. What would drive someone to take so many innocent lives? That's the question we ask after so many of these mass shootings. Tonight, a portrait of the gunman now coming into focus. His gambling habit, his family history, and this question, did he have any ties to foreign groups? Remarkably today, his family said there were no signs that any of this was coming. Here's our chief investigative correspondent, Brian Ross.
As investigators tonight search for clues at his home in a retirement community in Mesquite, Nevada, the motive of 64-year-old Stephen Paddock, seen in this photo posted on Facebook by his girlfriend, remains a mystery.
We've checked all the federal databases and local databases and state databases, and we had no knowledge of this individual.
His family remembers Paddock as a man who grew up without conviction.
Steve had nothing to do with any political organization, religious organization, no white supremacists, nothing.
The FBI says no connection either to any overseas terror group, despite a claim today by ISIS.
We have determined to this point no connection with an international terrorist group.
Yet for some reason, this otherwise unremarkable man checked into his 32nd floor Las Vegas hotel room last Thursday on a well-planned mission to kill, assembling a remarkable arsenal. Authorities hope his girlfriend, Mary Lou Danley, who once worked as a casino hostess for high-end players, can provide some insight. Authorities say she is in the Philippines tonight, but expected to return to the U.S. soon. Adding to the mystery, federal officials tell ABC News Paddock sent tens of thousands of dollars in the last few weeks to the Philippines. Paddock's only real passion appears to have been gambling. His brother Eric says Paddock recently won a $40,000 jackpot and was a multimillionaire.
He was a wealthy guy, and he liked to play video poker. He played multi-$100 a hand video poker.
6 years ago, Paddock sued a Las Vegas casino when he slipped and fell on a casino floor. Video shows him later rubbing his leg in pain, an arbitrator found in favor of the casino. Until today, the only known connection to crime was Paddock's late father, a violent bank robber who spent 7 years in the 1960s as an FBI fugitive, described as psychopathic, suicidal, armed, and dangerous.
And Brian Ross with us from New York tonight. And Brian, we heard there in your reporting, the shooter's brothers say that he had no political ties, religious ties, no criminal history, even saying today no parking tickets. But he did describe his brother as a multimillionaire who played high-stakes poker, but even there, no signs yet tonight of any financial problems?
Yes, David, not only did he have real estate holdings, but he's a private pilot who owned his own plane. His brother said that he made his fortune in real estate and by gambling and the stock market. He's the kind of high roller the casinos welcome, often with open arms, David.
All right, Brian Ross and your team, our thanks to you as well. And next here tonight to the victims of this awful attack. Officials here say they are still identifying the dead and notifying next of kin. It'll take some time, but we are beginning to see many of the faces here this evening, the loved ones lost. Tonight, we are learning the names of those who lost their lives at the concert here overnight. There was Dana Gardner, former high school cheerleader Angie Gomez, 28-year-old Afghanistan Navy vet Chris Roybal from Southern California, Hannah Allers, a 35-year-old mother of three from Marietta, California, Jordan McEldoon from Canada. He would have turned 24 this week. Sonny Melton, a Tennessee husband and nurse on the right. He died while protecting his wife, Heather, as bullets rained down on them. I felt him get shot in the back, she told reporters. Among the victims, teachers, education professionals, Lisa Romero, a secretary at Miyamura High School in Gallup, New Mexico, Susan Smith, an office manager at Vista Elementary in Simi Valley, California, Manhattan Beach special education teacher Sandy Casey, her students in mourning today.
It was painful. There's a lot of pain on the campus today. It's a very difficult day in our district.
Rachel Parker, a Manhattan Beach police records technician, lost her life here. 2 Las Vegas Metropolitan Police officers were also hit. The sheriff, emotional.
One was critical, but he's stable, and one of my officers was off duty attending the concert and lost his life.
And amidst the horror, tonight we are also learning of astonishing acts of heroic bravery, huddling together, carrying the injured through the chaos and to safety, using their own bodies as protection.
There were men going over their wives, their girlfriends, to block them. There was lives saved.
Michelle Schmidt, packing her car with strangers before getting out and calling her own family.
I called my husband and I told him that I loved him and my little girl in case I didn't make it.
Brian Claypool, trapped in a room with others near the stage.
Police officers screamed, "Go, go." And I rallied everybody out of that room. I was determined. I said to myself, these girls aren't going to die. I'm not going to die. I need to get home to see my daughter. This is not happening. Not happening.
Incredible bravery, even in the face of that gunfire that simply would not let up overnight. The hospitals and medical teams in this city are stretched to the limit tonight. The MGM Resorts, owner of the Mandalay and other hotels here, offering help to guests and employees. But they also tweeted this today, saying, "We are in need of certified trauma counselors. If you can volunteer your time, please go to Circus Circus." And after an urgent call for blood donors, hundreds showing up to help. But even at one hospital here in Las Vegas tonight, they reported that at least 14 of the victims who were brought there for help died after arriving at the ER. It is an incredible scene unfolding here tonight, and ABC's Lindsay Davis is outside University Medical Center in Las Vegas.
Tonight, the race to treat the injured.
Shots fired from Mandalay Bay. There's many people down.
Concert goers became first responders overnight, pushing the wounded any way they could to get them help. So many rushed to area hospitals.
It was nonstop surgery after surgery until about 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning.
Hospitals and doctors overwhelmed with hundreds of patients.